And straight to the business of the day we shall, after welcoming those who just joined the show. Good to have you on board. He said it before, he's John Senaya and among Helen Odele. There is Pharaoh Shonuga on the lifestyle and wellness impact full segment, as well as Dolly Phillips, who ensures we are not ignorant of the benefits of keeping fit. So, John, any gist or gossip? Do men gossip, self? The highs and the lows in the week, anything that caught your interest? You're settling in now.
Anything that caught my interest, oh yes. I'm fully settled now. I noticed that the supply of electricity has improved.
Excellent. That's good news.
That has improved. I don't know if I'm...
No, it has too, where I stay.
Yeah, it has actually. And
I think so.
Because I topped up on my fuel 2 weeks ago when I got back, and I'm still
haven't used a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm still on it.
Okay.
And then the rains this morning.
Yeah.
The rains this morning.
Yeah.
Something else. I hope that
showers of blessings. Showers of blessings.
I hope that the floods are not going to take over.
And I'm also getting feelers that across the states of Nigeria, the allotted amount of money to the various state governors to be able to provide palliatives for the people. I know I'm hearing that the state governors at the various states are beginning to implement. And that's also good news.
Remember I said last week or so that the word palliative is something that I think we need to get a guest to come in and explain to, because I'm not sure we're using that word the right way.
Well, so it didn't come from us.
It didn't come from us. We owe the audience
all right. You're the Englishman.
Yes.
So I really think we should do that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad one.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, love, they say, makes the world go round. Love is at the foundation of creation. And today we ask, should Sicklers fall in love? To help us unearth the myths, the lies, the truths which are associated with the sickle cell disease is an amazing professional, a key resource person for the West African Health Organization, chartered management consultant, and recipient of numerous awards. Our first guest today is a woman of many parts: consultant, public health physician, astute administrator, teacher, and broadcaster. Let's welcome Dr. Annette Akinsete, National Director and CEO, Sickle Cell Foundation, Nigeria. First, I want to clear, is it Annette or Annette? Where? Annette. Okay. So you're welcome, madam. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thanks for the great topic.
Thank you, Doctor. I particularly have loads of worries and questions, pertaining to this condition, and I believe that you will be able to allay my fears, in the time that we will allot to this conversation. So thank you for joining us. My first question, knowing the seriousness of this condition, are we dealing with it sufficiently, especially in the area of creating awareness?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, that's my first question.
Okay, very quickly, because we're having the same sound issues again. However, I think I picked up from your question about are we doing enough for awareness?
Absolutely.
Around sickle cell. No, the simple answer is no, we're not doing enough. Whether it's government, whether it's us advocates, we're not doing enough. Enough, a lot more needs to be done. But let me put it out there, you can sorry, that Nigeria is a country with the highest burden of sickle cell in the whole world.
Wow.
The whole world. So we should be out there, making a lot of noise, let Nigerians know, and that, look, this is a public health problem, and that we need to address it as a country, and it's everybody's business. Not just those who have the condition, not just those who have who are affected. Okay. Yeah. So I'm glad that you're doing this. So happy. And when I see persons like you, your platform, I just continue and I say thank you, because you're helping to raise the awareness.
Thank
We
you.
say thank you
And,
too.
which is why we have you here, Dr. Akinsete. Now let's start with the age-long question. What is sickle cell disease?
Okay, good question. What is sickle cell disease? We can answer that in second. For starters, we do not even call persons with sickle cell sickle anymore, sickling, because that name we find to be celebratory, we find it to be stigmatizing or discriminatory. Because if there's so much tuberculosis, for instance, it's not called Ekuba. Well, let me just use that as an example. Okay, so we don't call them sicklers. And as a matter of fact, we in the community refer to persons with sickle cell as warriors, or sometimes even champions, because they've overcome a lot.
Okay.
So we tend not to say sicklers anymore. Okay, what is sickle cell? That's it's a stage. If you remember from your biology that we have a red blood cell, we have white blood cells, and we have platelets. John, do you remember your biology?
I think so.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yes, sir.
And then because the white blood cells are the ones that help us to fight infection.
Yeah.
It's the red blood cells that help us to carry oxygen around the body.
Okay.
In the air we breathe, the red blood cells extract the oxygen and carry that oxygen around the body. Now that is where the problem lies in persons with sickle cell. Their own red blood cells are not round. The normal shape of the red blood cell is round, spherical, and it's flexible. So it's able to glide through blood vessels with ease. Whereas the person with sickle cell, their own red blood cells are rigid, and they're shaped like a sickle. That's why it's called a sickle cell. A sickle is a farming implement, remember. But I prefer to say that it's shaped like a banana, or like a crescent moon, or like letter C. So this kind of rigid red cell, which is different, has a tendency not to flow freely through the blood vessels. So they gather together, they come together, and block the blood vessels. The blood and oxygen cannot reach your end organs or your tissues. And when that happens, the body's way, there's a feedback mechanism. The body's way of telling you that there's a problem is pain. That's why the hallmark of this disease is pain. And they'll tell you that the pain is so bad. If you ask them how bad is this pain to me, on a scale of 1 to 10, often you would hear them say it's 20, more than 20. It's beyond your scale. Or persons who have had babies, who have been in labor, would say that labor pain is slightly compared to the pain they have with sickle cell. So it's a disorder or disease that's caused because of pain, in addition to other problems, emotional, mental, issues around.
Okay, if we have...
I'll stop there by way of introduction.
Thank you. If we have more time, we will go into specifics in terms of the challenges and the problems that the sufferers face, and even members of the family, who take care of them.
Exactly.
But now there has been a lot of misconceptions about the sickle cell disease and love relationships. Please tell us, can sufferers fall in love? And should they fall in love? Should they fall in love and get out of love? Or why not? Why shouldn't they fall in love?
Good. Rightness for everyone. Everyone aspires to everything. Everyone aspires to one day have married, have a family, and so on. And persons with sickle cell are not different. Now the problem hardly even lies with those who have sickle cell. It is those who are the carriers of the disease, healthy carriers, like I am a carrier of sickle cell disease, but I don't have the disease. And yet it's not written on beforehand. So if my husband and I didn't make an attempt to say, come on, let's ask questions. Let's find out if we are carriers of sickle cell before we got married. We might have had children with sickle cell. So that's where the problem lies. Those who are carriers, who are well, are the ones who really have an issue. If you have sickle cell, maybe 95% of the time you will know because you have symptoms. Okay? So whether they should marry or they should fall in love or not, yes. It doesn't stand, I mean, there's no question about it, it's a no-brainer. They can fall in love, they aspire to that. If you say no, they cannot fall in love, they are discriminating. They are stigmatizing, and that's what we do not want to do.
Yeah, it's a good thing
For
to
persons
know.
who are carriers of sickle cell gene, healthy character, they make ES, many churches will not marry them today, churches, because they say, show me your certificate to confirm that you are not ES before we marry you. And many of them go around and shop for falsified results because they want to marry one another. They love each other.
Yeah.
So, it goes back to the pastor and give the pastor fake results. That happens a lot. So the important thing is to educate people. Educate.
Yeah.
You give knowledge. Knowledge is power, and it empowers everyone.
Okay.
Now, you've partly answered my next question, which is that, you see, we've noticed more and more these days that institutions are getting in the way of relationships with SCD sufferers. How fair is this? Because they have their angle to it, the angle of maybe protecting them, and of course, we've also said that SCD sufferers have the right to fall in love. So, is it fair that they are being managed so much?
That question, is fair?
Is it fair? You said his stigmatization a while ago, so he's taking it further. Yeah, that is it even right?
Is it fair to control their relationships?
Okay, but it's the whole whether it's fair or not. The thing is, there has to be transparent. There has to be truthful. And at the end of the day, somebody sometimes needs to support you. That's why we have genetic counselors. You cannot go on this journey on your own. So there are groups, there are support groups of persons who have sickle cell, of persons who are even carriers and families. Now they need to engage with genetic counselors. And we at Sickle Cell Foundation Nigeria, we train genetic counselors across Africa. So and people need to know that they're there. That's part of raising awareness. Raising awareness about sickle cell. Now you know the sickle cell. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do to prevent it? What do you do to treat it? What do you do to manage it? What do you do to cure it? So those are the kind of questions that need to be answered by genetic counselors.
Okay, and that's the question I'm asking.
Level is very important. But we need to dial back. Let us know our take-up as early as primary school, secondary school, university, youth camp, and so on. Even at birth. There's what we call newborn screening. As a matter of fact, September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month.
Okay.
It used to be that in America, and then it's spread around the world. And we in Nigeria were telling the National Assembly to come up with laws that Nigeria should have newborn screening. Every child who is born in Nigeria should screened for sickle cell. It's done in the US, it's done in the UK, and they don't have 100 as much sickle cell as we have. So we should be doing
Great.
More. Okay, thank you so very much. You partly answered my next question, because you said it's best that we check and know our status early. So in a situation where a boy meets a girl, falls in love, falls really deeply in love, and neither of them have checked their status, and at the point they find out, breaking up, they say, is not easy. How do they manage? How do they take it up from there?
Okay, I think your question is, a couple wants to go ahead and marry. There are many. As a matter of fact, there's statistics from our center show that 8 out of 10 couples that are ready to walk up the altar, 8 out of 10 of them who are properly counseled, they will go their separate ways. But there are still the 2 out of 10 who will insist that doctor or madam or that whoever is counseling them, you cannot tell me what to do. I need to marry this person for companionship. So that's an option. So those options have to be laid out. companionship is there. There's also adoption. Adoption is getting more popular in Nigeria. People are embracing it. But there are more advanced methods, like what we call prenatal diagnosis. Pre is before, natal first diagnosis. While the couple, the baby is in the womb, the couple can determine the genotype of their unborn child. But you will also ask to what end? To what end? What do they do? Many of them who find out that their babies are innocent, they go on and have an abortion. That's what they're seeing. But I looked at data, and in the recent times, like I would say the past 5 years, some of them are keeping their babies, and we're looking after them because we're able to institute preventive treatment early when they're born. Because normally when a baby is born, you cannot tell the difference between a baby who has sickle cell and the one who does not. They look exactly the same. And the common test that we apply cannot tell you the difference either until the age of around 1 year. By that time, the child is already having symptoms. But if you do prenatal diagnosis, you know before the child is born, and as soon as the child is born, you begin to give them preventive medication in terms of immunization and antibiotics that prevent infection. It's infections that tend to kill children.
Okay.
There's another advanced method called pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, PIGD, pre-implantation genetic diagnosis. So the couple come together, they already think, okay, we are ASAS, we don't want to have the child with sickle cell. So before, what we do is in the laboratory, like IVF, popular IVF, the spermatozoa of the man and the egg of the woman are mixed in a petri dish in the laboratory, and embryos are formed. And then let's detect the embryos.
This is really...
And there's only the one that does not have sickle cell that infuse into the mother. And she carries the pregnancy to cell, and the baby is either AA or AS. So you don't have those children.
A lot of trouble.
But I think, like I've discussed a few times, this is fraught with a lot of ethical considerations. There are those who, especially the just who say that if we are committing murder,
wow, this is really
so
deep.
the discussion and conversation has to go on. So there are things that can be done.
Okay.
We said that
together.
Yes. Yeah, we said that together actually.
When a couple say, I just want to marry this lady for companionship for life. We don't want to.
Okay.
Now, for you as a counselor.
So, Doctor, quickly.
Our time is fast.
Yes,
fast
spent. Just a few seconds.
Just a few minutes, a minute or two max.
But I want to ask you quickly. Could you tell us what your center, is doing in terms of advocacy and education, generally?
And how do people get to you?
Yeah.
Okay, what's our center doing for what? That question, I didn't get that.
Yeah, what you're doing in terms of advocacy, literacy.
Advocacy.
Yes,
okay.
Just in 1 minute.
Advocacy, first of all, we're in a public-private partnership with government, with the federal government, and with as many state governments as possible. So we take it upon ourselves to continue engaging with the ministries of health. And we're expanding to Ministry of Education, and we're bringing students, young people, and we're hoping that someday the curriculum of secondary school biology will really focus a lot on sickle cell and talk about the prevention aspect. But more importantly, we're bringing them to our center. We're having innovative ways of, rather than didactic teaching, we have debate, we have quiz for World Sickle Cell Day, and they win prizes. So that's what just catch them young. They're going to the communities as well. You know that we're in Lagos, we're not in all of Nigeria. We're in some states, but we're not everywhere. We go into the communities, marketplaces, we talk in different languages, we come out with a pamphlet in various languages, speaking English and Yoruba.
Okay.
Well done. Many Nigerians can read the native language.
Yeah.
Can read English.
Thank you so much,
And here
Doctor.
we are on the airways.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I always would like, to bring it down to the basics, as we say bye-bye and thank you to our guest. I guess the whole information thing and knowledge about this is so that when a couple who fall in love, who get married, begin to reproduce, they have children, that the challenges that come with this, if your children are, they become sufferers too, is a big challenge for the entire society. Just in one word, your organization, do you also, provide any kind of support? Because the technology and the assistance and the things that they can do to manage, you were talking about that earlier on. I just guessed that it will cost a lot of money. Is there a way that you also, your organization comes in here? Do you help, sufferers?
Okay. Yes, indeed.
In a minute.
I get that question. We provide treatment, for persons with sickle cell, they need to be on treatment every day of their life. Sickle Cell Foundation Nigeria provides this treatment free.
Okay.
Folic acid to make sure that the blood cells are replenished, because those blood cells die within 10 days compared to 120 days normal cells, so they need folic acid every day. Sickle Cell Foundation Nigeria provides this folic acid free to all patients. So also Proguanil to prevent malaria. We give them free. For some other medication, we subsidize.
Okay.
So we go hand in hand, really, because we're not for profit. We go hand in hand, begging, asking people for money, entities, corporate bodies and individuals, and we give them funding and support. So we can provide treatment free.
Yeah, and I want to say that's how we met. And that's how we met, Dr. Akinsete.
So we can treat leg ulcers.
Yes.
Leg ulcers are one of the most stigmatizing complications of sickle cell.
Thank
It
you.
makes them want to take their own life.
Yeah.
It makes them suicidal.
Yeah.
But we treat it free of charge at our center. So
Well
those are
done.
kind of support services.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
In terms
Well
of those
done.
who already have the condition.
Well
and I
done,
would say
doctor.
that we already have them in our midst. We're not going to throw them away. We have to look after persons. with sickle cell.
Absolutely.
The kind of society
Absolutely.
we have is the kind of society that wants to look after its vulnerable persons, not
Thank
cast
you.
them away.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much, Dr.
Thank you.
Akinsete. Well, they say that knowledge and the application of it is power. Yeah? And we believe that our viewers have gained both knowledge and vital information on this program today. Dr. Akinsete, we want to thank you so much for your time. Yeah?
And we can say, beat our chest to say that we are better informed, and we'll find our time to bring you back on the show when you are available. We know that you're very,
want you
very
in the
busy
studio.
because this is something that we must keep talking about and creating more awareness and getting people to know the impact of all of this. Thank you so very much for making time to be with us today. Yeah? Okay, so we're due for another break. When we return, a guru in the real estate and property management will be seated to share his wealth of experience on the ABCs of the business of real estate. I'm sure you'd like to join us after the break. See you again.